Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Satyaji. No need to give introduction here. This is my uh, home institution where I learned what is Central Asia today. I remember in 1988 when it was in my Periyar hostel days, some Central Asian scholars who came here for the Soviet times was called a cultural exchange program. And in the mess table, we we learned. Like first time I saw some students, they are using chai and naan. It was very imagine. This was the first time for me, and I asked where you come from. Then told me several names from the Central Asian region. That time I was not aware about the region. And then when after 1991 Central Asian states got independence, and then I tried to learn so many things, and then I joined my program for MPhil and PhD program here in SIS. And during that time, really I'm telling you, very few books it was there in our hand. But now we can see how the things has changes. Because of the so many things, this my point is that because several things has already discussed, and there is a very, less time, I cannot cover all these aspects. So again, once again, I thankful to the chairman and organizing committee also, who has reconnected and united my old friends from the Central Asian countries. And this is very much interesting this time. I am feeling very happy. Anyway, from Indian perspective, if we'll see how the India is very close to Central Asia. See, this is not a new phenomena. If we look, because so many, since morning we are listening and we are discussing since ancient times, Kushan, and that time we are a very close relation. It's true. But we can see, I'm mentioning one thing, because when, after the independence of Central Asia, former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, when he visited to Tashkent, because during Soviet time, all the Indian dignitaries who were used to go to that in the Soviet places, land, that dignitary has to visit Tashkent. Because there are so many things there, because the Lal Bahadur Shastri Tashkent Pact took place there, and they have opened this Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy there. And that is, they maintained their relationship between India also. And Narasimha Rao, he was mentioning so many times, we had a good relations with Mughal Empire, we had relations with so many, but then he realized the audience, those who are sitting there, they are not feeling uncomfortable. Then he asked Professor Amin, he was the historian from Delhi University, why these people are looking, feeling like this. Then Professor Amin mentioned, see, later on, these people, they know Babar, he is Uzbek. And he is from the Fargana Valley. That's why he is like this. So this thing, and then we know that in the 20th century, our Indian scholars like Rahul Sanskritayana, who went from here and he left his hometown, Eastern UP, and his wife, she, waited till he is coming from that land, and there was one song. सोना लेने पी गए सोना कर गए देश न सोना मिला न पी मिले रूपा हो गए केश. It means he has gone just to take some treasure and from the Central Asian land, but I am waiting, and he couldn't return from there, and my hair, it has already become white, means he became old. So that is the Indian scholars, like we cannot forget. On the both sides, we know that morning we had already discussed how the Al-Biruni, he traveled from there, and he has written the Kitabul Hind. That is a marvelous book, and we are knowing this is a wonderful book. And Rahul Sanskritayana works, he has written Madhya Asia in Hindi, and from Volga to Ganga. This is a marvelous book which he has written. So anyway, this is all the aspects we are covering, because my point is that today we are working on all the aspects. For example, we started from Jabahar, INSTC, and several others, multilateral organizations. We joined with the Central Asian region and our neighboring. We extended neighborhood, concept of extended neighborhood and the Connect Central Asia policy. Every, aspect we are working because of there is a natural resources in Central Asian countries also. See, in Kazakhstan, there are a lot of uranium is there. In and natural resources in Uzbekistan, even Turkmenistan, we have a TAPI program, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline. If it will materialize, then we can see how we can get the cheapest price of the fuel from there, because that is connected to the Caspian Sea, and now the Caspian Sea, it has become the hub of oil. So that is the point. But there is some kinds of things we are now we are struggling. But what we can say, this cultural aspect, this cultural diplomacy, it is the very good for us. We are very close to each other because our food, our culture, our language, it is so many similar between them. Even today we can see the Kyrgyz and Tajik. They doesn't have so many natural resources, but they have hydropower, and this hydropower capacity, they can produce electricity to us, and that is a very energy that is kind of energy resources also.